Elon Musk, richest man in the world, by far, richer than several other richest people in the world or whatever, in now apparently co-president or whatever, is, I guess, as insanely opposed to the unhoused as like Jesse Waters on a bad day. And maybe you think that doesn't matter, but bear in mind, he's now basically president. So God only knows what this will mean for our government's approach to the unhoused. He was responding to somebody talking about the homeless or whatever. And he says, Elon Musk, in most cases, the word homeless is a lie. It's usually a propaganda word for violent drug addicts with severe mental illness. And I cannot stress enough how he is not a genius. He's just a regular person. He's a regular, small-minded person who prefers to believe simplistic things that make him feel better about his worldview. That's it. He is not the world's smartest man. He's not an exceptional man when it comes to his ability to think. He has access to all of the information in the world. He has access to every expert in the world. He could convene the world's 100 greatest experts on the plight of the unhoused, left wing, right wing, whatever, and learn everything like Neo, with Kung Fu. Instead, they're probably just drunks. They're probably just violent drunks. We don't need to care about them. I'm just gonna go to sleep on a gigantic pile of money tonight. He says, and by the way, and this is gonna be productive. I'm gonna have a productive end to this. He says the Save the Homeless NGOs are often paid according to how many homeless people are on the streets, thus creating a strong financial incentive for them to maximize the number of homeless people and never actually solve the problem. Incentives explain outcomes, which is a great final sentence. And I think you could do whole books about him on that. So in his mind, they want homelessness because that's how they get paid. Okay, and that's why he thinks individual people go in to like public service or NGO work to help the unhoused is to strike it rich, says the richest man in the world. But here's my productive turn. Hold on, one more. He says the more that is spent, the worse it gets because the money doesn't go to the homeless. It goes to the hundreds of charities that then treat the homeless as sources of revenue. And I love hearing from a guy whose charity is literally breaking the freaking law because it gives out so little money that these are charities. Well, here's the thing. Okay. Let's say you ignore how much I might disagree with him about all these organizations. Let's say he's 100% right about all of these. He could set up the best funded charity to actually, from his point of view, help the unhoused. He could do that today. He could hire 5,000 people and pay them $1 million a year to actually solve it, to put the money directly into it. And they wouldn't have any financial incentive to maintain homelessness or whatever. He'd be able to keep accountability for them. But he's not doing that because he doesn't actually care. And the point of all of his commentary isn't to get you to think differently about how we should solve the problem. It's to make you think it's not a problem worth solving, that we shouldn't put any money into it because it's just gonna be wasted and the people aren't deserving anyway. They're all drug addicts, they're all murderers. Who cares if they live and die in the streets? And that message is brought to you by a guy who lives in multiple mansions. Brett.
I mean, I agree with you. Like, I'm trying to find a different thing to say about it because I do agree with everything that you said. Like, he doesn't want to solve the problem. I guess the other thing is, like, Joe Rogan at least says at the end of statements as oversimplifying as this and utterly useless and just the things that make you feel like you're smart after you tweet and then you go smoke a blunt. Like, at least Joe Rogan says, I'm just a stoner comedian at the end.
Sure.
Elon Musk is not a stoner comedian. He is Tony Stark. He can, but he's not selling Stark Industries and telling them they can't make weapons anymore.
100%. Yeah.
He's just, and that's a Marvel rep. Like, he thinks he's Iron Man. And in Iron Man, that guy realized the damage he was doing and stopped selling weapons. That's the thing. Elon Musk says, oh, someone should stop selling weapons and then continues to sell more weapons.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's the disparity. And then, like, hey, you guys obviously are equipped to see, like, when someone's lying to your face is with this the homelessness thing that you like when Elon Musk says it. Like, again, what if I told you that Elon Musk is just looking for adulation. So he's saying stuff you'll like. And meanwhile, behind the scenes doing Doge so he can get more government handouts for himself.
Yeah.
That's probably what's happening. I can't say, but I see a lot of clues that that's probably what's happening. And I'm not saying like murder Elon Musk and take him down. I'm just like, that's how I'm living my life. I'm not like gobbling this guy's ball sack like everybody else is just because he's rich. Sorry, John, but that's what it looks like. And I go to the gym now, not to brag.
I know, but you're kind of a bro. You are the left's Joe Rogan, if not me. It's one of us two. I don't know which. Yeah, you narrowly dodged us being sued for a threat of violence against the world's richest man, and then you ended up with the ball sack thing. But anyway, a lot of people are saying in the chat that Matthew Wright says he's not Tony Stark, he's Justin Hammer. But RoboBlake also points out, I think, no, Justin Hammer can dance. So he's not even that either. He's neither of these things. But anyway.
Yeah, and Norton, or what's his name? Rockwell is likable.
Yeah, there's just something likable about him. How good was he in Charlie's Angels? Anyway, he even won over Drew Barrymore.